I know of very few rallies that could boast such a line-up. General Goff, what a magnificent engine. A Burrell Scenic Showman's engine. Burrell's made engines of many sizes. The Scenics were the largest that they did. Instead of one dynamo, the Scenic Showman's engine had two. You can see the second dynamo sticking out beside the chimney on the far side. Fowler's, they never made a Scenic Showman's engine. I had heard it said by Burrell fanatics, but that was basically because all the showmen who had the big rides and thus needed the extra bit of power would have gone to Burrell's anyway, as Burrell's were the best manufacturer. But then I once heard a Fowler man who told me the main reason Fowler's hadn't built one with the second dynamo was because Fowler could do the job with only one dynamo. Either way, I still think it's a magnificent machine and a true supporter of Burrell's of Thetford.
Now, right here, just watch that. Looks so simple, but you could soon crack a wrist if you didn't know what you were doing there. And of course, another skill is keeping the engine going at the right temperature, knowing just how to lay a fire. Unskilled hands would soon put the fire out. Every year, every steam engine, be it a portable traction engine or even a miniature that's used on a show field, has to be inspected by the boiler inspector and get a certificate. Otherwise it cannot be used and cannot be put onto a show field. And every 7 years they have a complete strip down, and the old boiler inspector gets right the way in round there and tests every rivet. So life is safer in the proximity of these steam engines now than ever it was back in the olden days. Yeah, in the old days they didn't have all these regulations, and some of the contractors and owners of these old machines was to cheat a bit when they want a bit more power and actually strap down their safety valves and build up a dangerous pressure. And there must be a few people in the churchyard now who made that premature visit because of these stupid activities and lack of safety regulations of days gone. Another sound from way back, the pleasant ring of that saw. And the skilled man on the handle, winding it through. Just watching the top tooth sing through there, just like a shark's fin coming up through. He's there. Not satisfied with the dust that we had on the field, these chaps get full of sawdust just to add to it. And each day, as activities come to an end, the engine men, the tractor men and the commercial boys, they like to get down in around the fair and have a jar or two and listen to the entertainment. One of the famous places for entertainment is round Saunders' organ, he puts on a wonderful show every year with not only dancing girls but the old-time music hall songs and memories of way back. It really is a fairyland of sound and sight and smells, and something you must never miss. A lot of visitors to the show who stay in their caravans at night, park up on the high ground, or even passers-by will stop on the roadside just to look at this sight. If you haven't seen it, you haven't lived. And as we bring the show to a close, we will let Penny Rigdon and her dancing girls and her singers say good night.
How I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world to be amongst the folks in GIX. I even know my mammy's waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks around Swanee, Swanee, I get back to Swanee. Mammy, Mammy, I love the old folks at home.
So if you've got any loose change as the girls come round with the cancer tins, feel free, and loose coppers, or we have a tin down the front here. It all goes to a good cause, and thank you for your support last year, which helped us to raise £3,000 for that charity.